Hey everybody, Chris Bassett here, and in this video, I'll be going over the 5 tools that I wish I had when I started doing DIY. Let's dive right in. Number 1, and my personal favorite, the digital multimeter. If you watched my dead alternator, how to test it video, you saw me diagnosing the problem in minutes instead of guessing. Viewers actually asked where I was putting the leads, so here it is up close. You don't need a $200 fancy one. A solid $25 to $40 unit with auto ranging is perfect. Look for one that measures DC voltage, resistance, and continuity. I actually picked this one up for $7 off Amazon. I use mine every single time I'm troubleshooting electrical gremlins. Number 2, a good quality socket and ratchet set, both metric and standard. Get a set with both 1/4 inch and 3/8 inch drives. Look for chrome, steel, a good ratchet with quick release and a solid case. You don't need 300 pieces on day one, but make sure it has the common sizes, 8mm through 19mm, and the standard equivalents. This basic tool set will handle 90% of the fasteners on your vehicle. Tool number 3, a hydraulic jack and jack stands. Get a 2 or 3 ton jack depending on your vehicle, and pair it with at least 3 ton jack stands. Always work on level ground, chalk the wheels, never get under your car without stands. This combo lets you safely do brakes, oil changes, wheel bearings, all the stuff you see me doing. Tool number 4, a torque wrench. Tight enough is just how you snap studs, strip threads, or warp valve covers. Modern cars need precise torque specs. I recommend a 3/8 inch drive type torque wrench in the 10 to 100 foot-pound range for most jobs. It's not that expensive and it pays for itself the first time you save a set of wheel studs. Check your service manual or a quick Google search for correct specs. Click and you're golden. And last but not least, an OBD2 scanner. That dreaded check engine light doesn't have to be a mystery. A basic code reader will pull the diagnostic trouble codes and tell you where to start. I have this basic handheld unit. I like the ones that show the live data. It's super helpful for alternator and sensing testing videos like I do. This turns the car acting weird into, okay, it's throwing a PO 420 code. Then you can just Google the code and figure out that it's the catalytic converter causing issues. So there you have it. 5 tools that will take you from I watch videos to I'm doing the repairs. I've got some links in the description for Amazon. If you want to help support, use those links. Really appreciate it. Any other questions or comments, put those below. Thanks.